All right, y'all. Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Welcome to a brand new Talking and Grubbing live stream. How's everybody doing on this Friday night? Hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing good. Well, this is not going to be too long of a live stream. I'm back with more NBA free agency news. Got myself a bowl of Edie's vanilla ice cream, slow churn here, that I'm going to be grubbing on. Because it's definitely hot out here. Well, back here in Cleveland, I know it's definitely hot where y'all at. Especially if y'all on the West Coast and in the South. Put that down right quick. Well, it's official. Kawhi Leonard is re-signing with the Clippers. As we all know, he opted out last week of his $36 million player option. Excuse me. This is according to Chris Haynes of Yahoo, of The Athletic, of Yahoo Sports. The terms of the deal are still being finalized, so we definitely don't know what's the dollar amount or how many years the deal is worth. But we definitely know that Kawhi Leonard is definitely about to get paid by the Clippers. We had all been waiting for over a week to see what he was going to do, if he was going to re-sign with the Clippers or join a new team. But Kawhi, he's staying home in LA and is going to re-sign with the Clippers. Also, they re-signed Nicholas Batum and Reggie Jackson. Definitely knew that they were going to re-sign those two, especially Reggie Jackson after the playoffs he had. They definitely didn't want him to walk because I know a lot of teams were making him some offers. Ooh, excuse me. Yep. But Kawhi is returning to the Clippers. You know, the Clippers got to the Western Conference Finals this past season without him, but they ultimately fell to the Phoenix Suns in 6 games. So now he wants to see if he could run it back and get to the finals this time. And in my opinion, and who knows if Kawhi, would have been healthy, maybe they do beat Phoenix. Maybe they do. But I definitely knew that Steve Ballmer and Lawrence Frank, the GM, did not want Kawhi to walk. Because that definitely would have been a big blow to the Clippers title chances. They would have been a playoff team still, but they wouldn't have been a championship team. What's up, Boo? You said Lakers all day. Well, Boo, what do you think about the team that the Lakers didn't put together? I want to know your thoughts on that. Also, another free agency news. Andre Iguodala is going back to the Golden State Warriors. He's going to be reunited with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. He plans to end his career in Golden State, where he won NBA championships. Also was the 2015 NBA Finals MVP. So if he's talking about planning to end his career in Golden State, then 9 times out of 10, either this season or next season will be his final season in the NBA. For the past 2 seasons, he played with the Miami Heat. He went to the NBA Finals with them in 2020. They ultimately lost to LeBron, AD, and the Lakers in 6 games. So definitely, so Iggy decided to go home, but now we gotta get back to this Kawhi deal. Boo, you said they're not getting past Brian. The best on paper. He done. We don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely see. But yes, Kawhi heading back to the Clippers. So, that definitely makes the Clippers a top contender in the West once again, along with the Lakers, Suns, Utah. Well, no, I can't really put Utah in that contender category. But definitely along with Phoenix, they are definitely a threat to come out of the West. They are definitely a big threat to the Lakers. So, Lakers fans, don't take this Clipper team lightly. Do not take them lightly. Boo, you said the Bulls coming out the East. Nah, they ain't coming out of the East. They'll be a playoff team for sure, but they're not coming out of the East. Kobe, you asked me how you feel about your Cavs, QC. I knew the Cavs weren't going to do much in free agency because right now they're not really close to contending. Not really close to contending for a championship. I think their ceiling this year is least to make it to the playing game. Now, if they end up getting the AC and getting into the playoffs, that'll even be more remarkable. But the playing game is the ceiling right now. Boo, you said they coming. But they ain't coming out of the East this year. But with Kawhi, I definitely had a feeling that Kawhi was going to stay with the Clippers. He's in LA. He's home. Plus, he definitely saw the Clippers get to the Western Conference Finals without him and take, the Phoenix Suns to 6 games. Even though, I didn't agree with Kawhi not sitting with the team, not being there cheering them on through the conference final, most of the conference finals, that definitely messed with his mind after they were eliminated by the Suns. Hey, if I was out there, maybe we win that series. Maybe we would have gotten to the NBA Finals. I know that definitely was heavy on his mind. And I think that was definitely the main factor of him wanting to resign. But also, Kawhi wanted his money. I mean, throughout his whole career, most of his career, Kawhi has never really had a high salary, whether he was with the Spurs or the Raptors. So Kawhi finally just felt this was the right opportunity to cash in, and he did. Boo, you said they need a coach. So in some ways, I can't blame Kawhi for wanting to get what he's worth, what he feels he's worth. After all, he has the resume, multiple All-Star appearances, NBA All Defensive Team, 9 times out of 10, first, won 2 NBA championships, 2 times Finals MVP. I mean, come on, he went to the Raptors of all teams, won a championship for not just for Toronto, but for all of Canada. And had a dominating finals performance. But it would have been definitely a different series if Kawhi would have played in that Western Conference Finals against the Suns. So yes, Kawhi is back in LA with the Clippers. The Clippers, with him being back in a Clippers uniform, that definitely makes the Clippers a top 4 team in the West. Definitely makes them a top 4 team. And yes, they are a legit threat to the Lakers, Suns. They are definitely a threat of coming out of the West. All right. Make sure you hit the like button as you're coming into this live stream. Definitely make sure you're hitting that like button. So I definitely want to know what's y'all thoughts on Kawhi re-signing with the Clippers. Definitely put your thoughts in the chat. Yeah, but I definitely could see Kawhi going to another team. I don't think he wanted that LeBron and KD treatment. I don't think he wanted to be looked at as a mercenary, going to his fourth team. And plus, I definitely think he liked the fact that he was playing at home. So he decided to re-sign with the Clippers and try to run it back. But I'm definitely happy for Kawhi, getting the deal done. Well, getting what he feels he's worth by the Clippers. Like I said, we don't know all the details of the deal. We don't know how many years or what's the dollar amount yet. All we know right now is Kawhi is re-signing with the Clippers. And another thing I got to give Kawhi a lot of props for, he bet on himself. He declined that $36 million player option, decided to test free agency to see if he could get a bigger deal from the Clippers. He gambled and he won. That goes to show you, definitely believe in yourself. If you know what you're really worth, you hold out for the right deal. If you know what you truly worth, or you feel you should, get your full worth, hey, definitely do it. And that's what he did. I hit you. So definitely can't knock Kawhi for doing that. For betting on himself. In fact, I got mad respect for him for doing that. All right, good people. I got to step away for a moment. I'll be right back. I'm back, good people. What's up, Bruce? How you doing? Thanks for joining me. Yeah, of course KD gonna stay with the Nets. Said QC, I feel KD making a mistake for staying with the Nets. Said QC, I feel the Nets not going to win with Nash as coach. We definitely know how you feel about that, Bruce. Definitely know how you feel about Steve Nash. Also, if you would like to donate to the channel, you can donate via Super Chat or Super Sticker while I'm live here tonight. Or you can donate via Cash App or PayPal. Here's the Cash App cash tag, which is $ talking and grubbing. Leave it up here for a little bit so you can write it down if you need to. Also, there's the PayPal email address, talkingandgrubbing@gmail.com. Any donations you give to the platform, I greatly appreciate it. And I'm very grateful to those who have supported the platform, past and present. I appreciate all your donations. Y'all definitely helped me keep this platform going. Bruce, you said, QC, did you see Kimba go to the Knicks? Yeah, I read about that. You also said, QC, I feel that's good for the Knicks as they have not paid all that money. Yeah, they definitely don't lose their shirt on Kimba. It's a 1-year deal. You know, if it doesn't work out, then hey, they could just let him walk after this upcoming season. Oh, excuse me, this upcoming season. But definitely back to Kawhi. You know, definitely feel Kawhi definitely deserves the money. Well, has definitely earned this deal that he's gotten with the Clippers. You know, like I said, matter of fact, most of his career, Kawhi has never been paid max money. Even when he was with the Spurs, he wasn't paid max money. I mean, he was paid good, but he never had, that major deal, even with the Spurs. Now, he definitely would have gotten it after from the Raptors if he decided to stay with them, but he wanted to go back home and try to win a championship for the Clippers, so he chose LA. What's up, LT? You said I knew Kawhi would stay with the Clippers. Yeah, definitely. I knew he was going to stay with the Clippers, but like I said, I got to give Kawhi credit. He bet on himself and won. Bruce, you said QC and Kimba going to get his money off Boston before they got most of it. Most of it, even when he was with the Knicks. He also said, Bruce, QC, I feel Kawhi not going to be the good teammate for what he did to his teammates. I mean, I think that's water under the bridge by now with, what Kawhi did during the playoffs. LT, you said, like in my opinion, it doesn't make sense he going to another team, especially in the West. Definitely. You said, I mean the East, not West, right? Definitely didn't make sense for him to go, because if he would have done that, then he would have been looked at as the same way as LeBron and KD are being looked at now. They're being looked at as mercenaries. And I think Kawhi definitely didn't want that on him. Definitely didn't think Kawhi wanted that on him. So Kawhi's basically definitely is committed to the Clippers, and he definitely believes in their vision of winning a champion. Well, In their vision, he definitely feels that he can win an NBA championship with this team. Bruce, you said QC, I feel you right, but I can never forget how he did his team by not even sitting with them. Yeah, that was messed up. LT said, yep. Robert Horry called out Kawhi Leonard and said he's being a diva. Yeah, I heard about that too. That Robert Horry said that about him. Yep, definitely read heard about what Robert Horry said. I haven't read it. Bruce, you said QC. I feel the NBA is the number one best league. You also said You asked me QC, who do you feel did the best free agent signings in the offseason? No, man, that's hard to answer, Bruce. You know, some people might say the Lakers, some people might say the Bulls. But that's a tough one to answer, Bruce. You also said QC, I mean, what team do you feel got the most better? Oh, okay. The Bulls. Bulls definitely improved, you know, with the signings of DeMar DeRozan and Lonzo Ball. They have definitely improved. They're definitely gonna be a top 5 team in the East this upcoming season. They are definitely gonna be a top 5 team. You know, they're definitely gonna be, in my opinion, they're gonna be the story of the NBA, just like the Knicks were this year. LT, you said, any news on Dame? He's staying with Portland or moving forward? No, I haven't heard anything on Dame yet, LT. I haven't read anything. Bruce, you said QC, I feel the Bulls too as they added talent. Yeah, definitely. To go with Levine, they have definitely added some added talent. And I can't wait to see, you know, how they play out on the court. Definitely can't wait. Bruce, you said QC, my all-time dream team by position. Point guard Magic, shooting guard Michael, small forward LeBron James, Dr. J, power forward KG, and center Kareem. And I put Larry in there for he saved the NBA. LT, that'll be a stupid move if Dame go to the Knicks. Not a good fit, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. That definitely would be a good fit for Dame. In my opinion, I think he should definitely stay in Portland to see what Chauncey Billups is going to do. I think Chauncey Billups is going to do a good job as a head coach. So he definitely should stay and see what he can learn under Chauncey Billups. I mean, Terry Stotts was a pretty solid coach. You know, he definitely had a little success with them in Portland, but he wasn't going to get that team over the hump. He wasn't. Bruce, you said QC Magic. I feel also saved the NBA. Oh, yeah. Bird and Magic saved the NBA. They definitely saved the NBA. If it weren't for them, then Michael Jordan definitely couldn't have came along if it weren't for those two. So people need to acknowledge that. If it weren't for Bird and Magic saving the NBA, there'd be no Michael Jordan, there'd be no Kobe, no LeBron, no Steph, no KD, no Kyrie, no Joel Embiid, Giannis. None of those dudes if Magic and Bird wouldn't have saved the NBA back in the 80s, because in the 70s, the NBA ratings were in the toilet. Very, very much in the toilet due to the fact a lot of the NBA players at the time were, heavily involved in cocaine, snorting that coke, having a love affair with the nose candy, having a sweet tooth for the booger sugar. I'm joking about it, but seriously, a lot of NBA players were heavily involved with cocaine, and the product on the court, it was slow, it was boring. It left little to be desired back then. Bruce, you said, QC, I feel Mr. Big Shot going to win, for he got the brain for basketball and he a leader. I think he's going to do a good job. You also said, I feel you right. That's why they needed to make the logo into Magic or Larry. Bruce, you said, QC, why do you feel they want to keep it Jerry West? I feel it's not fair. That's a good question. Now, that's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of I don't really have a definitive answer on why they want to keep Jerry West as the logo. I really wish I had an answer for that. Some people might feel, I think maybe people feel they want to keep him for all the individual accolades he's done, far as on the court as well as off the court. Let's keep it real. I mean, yeah, he didn't really win a lot as a player, but he's had hell of a success as GM. He's definitely have had a lot of success as a GM. He was responsible for putting together the Lakers Showtime teams in the 80s. He also was responsible for the Kobe and Shaq teams. He was responsible for putting together the Warriors. As he was with them for a few years, he was responsible for putting together Memphis. So, far as the executive, Jerry West has been successful pretty much everywhere he's been and won championships most of the time. Bruce, you said, QC, as many people say it to keep the white fans to keep paying for the expensive tickets. Yeah, that's a good point. That's definitely a good point. You also said, I feel they never going to change the new true player for they scared to lose the money. That's possible. But I mean, come on, let's be real. NBA is dominated by black players. It's a predominantly black league. There haven't been too many white NBA superstars. There's been a small number. You've had Bird, you've had Dirk, you got Luka now, you had Havlicek, as well as Stockton, Steve Nash, the late great Pistol Pete. But other than that, you haven't really had a lot of white star players. Bruce, you said QC, I feel you 100. That's why they got to change the logo now. Okay, you said it should either be Magic or Bird for the logo. LT, you said talking, if LeBron gets his 5th ring, will he be a greatest Laker of all time, better than Magic and Kobe? I see a lot of that. No. He'll be a Laker great, but he definitely wouldn't eclipse Magic and Kobe because Magic played his whole career with the Lakers. So did Kobe. LeBron is coming at the tail end of his career. And when he got to LA, he was already a champion. He had already won 3 championships. So he definitely can't eclipse Kobe and Magic because they played their whole careers for the Lakers. LeBron hasn't. LeBron definitely can't be one of the greatest Lakers because he didn't play there his whole career or play there for a long period of time. You know, he didn't put in that time in like Magic and Kobe did. So he definitely can't be even one of the top 10 greatest Lakers. Because like I say, he really has no ties to the Lakers like that. You know, a lot of his major accomplishments were either with the Heat or the Cavs. And, you know, despite the fact he's in LA, the Cavs are always going to be his team because, you know, that's close to his hometown. That's his hometown team. You know, like, I feel funny making this reference because I just thought about this not too long ago. It's like Cameron's character in Paid in Full, you know, when he gets picked up by the feds at the end. You know, and he says, well, he ain't snitching on nobody from Harlem because, you know, when he gets out, he's still going to be the king. That's the same thing with LeBron in a way. You know, he even knows in a lot of ways he's still the king of Cleveland, despite the fact he's not in Cleveland. He can never be the king of LA. He knows that. Now he could be one of the stars in LA, but never the king. LT also said Kobe going to be the future logo for sure, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't think it would be Kobe. I mean, it could be, but I don't know. I think Kobe would be like maybe third or fourth on that list. I think Michael Jordan would have more dibs on that than Kobe, LT. Bruce, you said, but QC, even for the black man to dominate and has all the stars, the white fans want to pay money and control the logo and the NBA. I see your point on that, Bruce. You make a great point right there. Because, yeah, you got some of those white fans that do have a racist mindset and feel like, and some of them would get mad if Jerry West was replaced as the logo. Because some of them feel like, well, if they can't see them, then what's the point? Well, I mean, themselves, excuse me, what's the point? Bruce, you also said, QC, nobody going to make Kareem or Magic or Kobe for LeBron is great, but he played for it. But, oh, you mean he played, but he played for anyone. LT said, no, I'm sorry. I wouldn't consider him a greatest Laker of all time. Maybe the all-time Cavs and Heat, but really D-Wade an all-time great Heat player. Right? That's what I'm saying. LeBron didn't play like his whole career or his majority of his career in LA. The most team he ever played, let me rephrase that. The team he played for the most his whole career was the Cavs, on and off. You know, he didn't play for the Heat that long. He ain't going to play for the Lakers that long either. Bruce, you said, QC, I feel you 100 as LeBron always going to be the Cavs' #1 greatest for. He from Akron, he love Ohio and Cleveland. Definitely. I think the odds would be more in Michael Jordan's favor than Kobe's. Definitely think the odds would favor Jordan a little bit more. But I kind of get why you saying Kobe, because since Kobe's passed on, you know, they may want to pay homage to him and honor him. I understand why you said that, LT. Bruce, you also said, QC, I feel they got to change the logo soon, for it's not fair to keep it. Oh, meaning to keep it Jerry West. Okay. LT, you said it can be MJ, and you know, my pops told me in his opinion the logo should have been changed in the 90s, late 90s, definitely. Who did your pop say should have been the logo, and who your pop said who the logo should have been changed to back in the 90s? Bruce, you also said, QC, even Kawhi, who dissed everyone he ever played with better than Jerry West. Oh, wow. So a lot of y'all, so definitely people feel Jerry West should be replaced. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But here's one thing though, and this is just my personal opinion. I do think the Executive of the Year award should be named after him. They can do that because, I mean, like I said, you can't argue with his track record as a GM. He's put together some hell of a successful teams, you know, during his tenure as an executive. Like I said, he was responsible for the Showtime Laker teams as well as the Kobe and Shaq teams. Well, the first two, excuse me, before he, you know, handed the keys over to Mitch Kupchak. No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. I think Jerry West was success. Let me check just to be sure. I think he was responsible for all the Shaq and Kobe teams. Yeah, he was only responsible for the first Shaq and Kobe team, not the second, not the other two. That's my bad. That's my bad. He had the keys to Mitch Kupchak after that first one with Shaq and Kobe. My bad, y'all. But yeah, I definitely think they need to replace him as the logo, but they should still name the Executive of the Year award after him. He definitely deserves that honor because nobody, I mean, only very few GMs can come close to his track record with the success he's had. Matter of fact, really no one can come close. LT said it can be MJ. Oh no, wait a minute. I already read these comments. Bruce, you said QC, I feel Magic should be the logo for he could be the best player no matter what position. LT said, I mean, who knows? Talking the future logo might be realistic. It might be two players. Who knows? Yeah, that's a possibility. LT, you said, my pop said MJ could have been the logo in the late 90s. Bruce, you said, I feel Magic could be the best power forward, shooting guard, small forward, shooting guard, power forward, or center if he wanted to be. That's true. That's definitely true. But I think he just enjoyed playing point guard because he loved to see his teammates have fun. And he knew the more fun he was going to have passing to him, he knew they were going to have more fun, scoring. So I think that's why he chose to play point guard. In some ways, in similar ways, Magic was LeBron before LeBron. Only difference is he wasn't, LeBron is more physically gifted than Magic was. That's the only difference. Magic didn't have the natural physical attributes that LeBron had. That's what I always said about LeBron. LeBron's just a bigger version of Magic, a more bigger and physically gifted version of Magic. LT said, my pops, a diehard Rockets fan, he watched Hakeem play how dominant he was at center. Yeah. KG or AD. What do you mean by that, LT? Bruce, you said QC. Oh, excuse me. You said QC. I feel you 100 on that. But Magic had the best personality and is the most generous player of all time. Definitely. Because Magic didn't really start taking more of the onus of on scoring until like the fourth championship. That's when he started to focus on scoring more. During the Lakers' fourth championship. Bruce, you said LT. I feel Hakeem one of the top centers of all time. Oh, who's better? Oh, KG, without question. No. I take that back because I can't say just play AD like he's a scrub, but definitely give the slight edge to KG right now. Only problem with AD is he stays too injury. He's too injury prone. That's the only problem with AD. If AD can stay more healthy and can win more championships, then he has a chance of eclipsing KG. Bruce, you said KG a million times better than AD. LT, you said Bruce, yeah, I can agree. Some people say Kareem, Shaq, and Wilt, but in my opinion, it's Hakeem. Yeah, Hakeem definitely gets slept on. LT said AD not even better, even a little bit as good as KG. All right, good people. I gotta step away for a moment again. I'll be right back, so don't go away. All right, my bad, good people. Sorry about that. We catch up on some of your comments. LT say, KG was in Minnesota for 12 years and he moved on with Boston and he left Minnesota because of the coaching. That and other factors. Bruce, you said LT, don't forget about Kareem. I feel Kareem number one. Bruce, you also said LT, you right about that as KG, nobody's fool. And he said no more to the Wolves who had no coaching. LT, put it like this, Bruce. Greatest centers of all time is Kareem, Shaq, Hakeem, and Wilt. If you would put it like that, and Shaq was dominant, of course, nobody couldn't stop him. LT said facts, Bruce. The Boston Celtics had Doc Rivers. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. But also, prior to that, the Celtics were horrible. Before KG and Ray Allen got there, they were terrible. They were coming off of a terrible season. Bruce, you said, LT, I feel Doc was the number one coach for the East. I also said LT, KG, LT also, KG said no more to the Timberwolves as he did not want to waste his time with Casey or Whitman. Bruce, you said LT, I feel they both the bad coaches like Nash and D'Antoni. Bruce, you also said LT, I feel Kareem is the number one center of all time. Then I feel you right about that. The others, but maybe Russell too, as he won the max number of rings. Yeah. Nobody don't want to give Bill his props, but you got to. Bruce, you said LT. I forget that also Budenholzer is also the bad coach who just lucky he got some good players like Giannis and Middleton. You also said, don't forget they got Holiday too. QC, welcome back. LT, yup, facts. I heard Pierce wanted to move away from Boston. Definitely. Well, yeah, that was true. Bruce, you said QC. Ray was the star, and I could see it even as he played for UConn. Definitely. Well, all right, I'm about to wrap this up in a few minutes. But definitely, man, this free agency keeps on getting interesting. We're starting to really get close to wrapping things up as the players can sign their deals in a few weeks to their new teams. We're definitely going to find out more on Kawhi's deal in the next couple of days. We're going to find out how many years and how much money his contract is worth. And just me guessing, it's got to be at least between 90 to 100 plus million for 5 years or more. That's just my guess. Y'all welcome to guess whatever you want in the chat or in the comment section on the replay of this live stream. LT, you said, yep, we all know how great Paul Pierce was with Boston, but the main assassins was KG and Allen. Don't forget them. Forget them. 3-pointers, Ray shot. Those 3-pointers, Ray shot. Got you. Bruce, you said QC, I feel the Wizards should trade Beal for some draft picks. Yeah, definitely. Because he ain't gonna, but he's definitely gonna start being unhappy in Washington soon. QC, you said, I feel the Lakers should not take Russ as he's getting old and not a good shooter. Well, Russell Westbrook was never a good shooter, even when he was young. Even when he was with KD, he's never been a good shooter. So that's just not that. Yeah, that's not just down because he's older. He's never been a good shooter. Yep. Bruce, you said, why do you think they signed him? Russ got traded to the Lakers. He didn't sign with them. He got traded there. So that was definitely Rob Pelinka engineering that deal. And also with a little bit of influence from LeBron and AD. So it's going to be interesting to see how he fits in with those two, especially with LeBron, since LeBron has to play with the ball in his hands. I grubbed on some vanilla ice, some Edie's vanilla ice cream. That was, well, when I first began. Y'all said QC, but Russ asked to be traded to the Lake Show. Yeah, I can understand that because he's an LA native. He wanted to play for his home team. So I get why he wanted to be traded to LA. He's from LA. QC, Bruce, you said QC, I will say no if I'm the Lake Show. Well, I mean, of course they want to go say no to Russell Westbrook. They feel like he has, I mean, they looked at it like, okay, he hasn't had the right team around him. They feel like, hey, we can help him finally get that ring he's been wanting. In their minds. You know, they're looking like, okay, we're almost 2 seasons removed from winning the championship. Maybe he might be the main key, the main key to help us get back on top again. And I'm sure, LeBron and AD, they're all having, meetings and conversations right now about everything. Bruce, you said QC, it makes no sense to me as it costs a lot of money. He not the good shooter. He got to have the ball all the time. Say, I feel it's not going to be good for LeBron. Brian, who wants the ball? Y'all say, I feel LeBron wants the ball too. Definitely. So somebody's going to definitely have to sacrifice that for the greater good of the team, or otherwise they're not going to win a championship, this upcoming season. But anyways, good people, that's going to do it for this live stream tonight. I got to get out of here. Got a couple of things to do. Definitely thank all of y'all for tuning in on this Friday night, whether you tuned in on what's up, Nathaniel? How you doing? Thanks for joining. Well, thanks for coming in. Bruce, you think the Bucks are going to repeat as they got Giannis? Definitely a possibility. I see you, Nathaniel. But I will be. God bless you too, Bruce. Thank you. Night LT. I'll definitely be back tomorrow night as I'm going to talk about KD signing his extension with the Nets. That'll be at 8:00. So make sure y'all join me for that. I greatly appreciate all y'all tuning in while you were watching this live stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Greatly appreciate it. God bless you too, Nathaniel. Make sure you come back tomorrow night. I'll be on here. Hope to see all y'all tomorrow. You know, I definitely feel blessed and honored. I thank God for all of y'all wanting to just tune in every live stream, every video, to listen to me run my mouth on sports, watch me eat as usual, and just conversate with me in the chat. I greatly appreciate it. You know, without y'all, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be here or be where I am right now. This is why I do what I do. This is for all y'all. Now, also, if you want to donate to the channel, you can donate via Cash App or PayPal. There's the Cash App cash tag, $ talking and grubbing. Also, there's the PayPal email address, talkingandgrubbing@gmail.com. Any donations you give to the platform will be greatly appreciated. And I definitely appreciate those who have donated to the platform, past and present. I am very grateful for your support. I really am. Y'all definitely helped me keep this platform going. All right, peace, LT. All right, okay. Definitely can't wait for you to join back up on the membership, Bruce. Also, if y'all want to become members, click that join button and just put it and just choose the tier that you want to choose to get exclusive content that won't be seen on YouTube. And also, you get to see videos that I post before they go private. I mean, public, excuse me. Yes, you are, Bruce. You're the number 2 member. Yeah, Miss Leonard was always first. You have a good night too, Nathaniel. Make sure you come back tomorrow. I'll definitely be here tomorrow to talk about KD's extension with the Nets and what does that mean for the East as well as the rest of the NBA. Well, I appreciate it, Bruce, and I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for joining me here on this Friday night. Can't wait to do this again tomorrow night. So until then, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. Salute. Be safe. Have a good day. Have a good night. And if I don't see you, y'all have a great weekend. Thank all y'all for the love. I greatly appreciate it.